Hello, everyone. Welcome to Sunny Talk English Podcast. I'm Anna. Today's story is I lost everything, but then I found myself. This is the true story of a man who lost his job, his home, his family, and his hope. But in the darkness, he discovered who he really was. He rebuilt his life stronger, happier, and more meaningful than before. This episode will help you practice slow, clear English listening while feeling a powerful life lesson. Sometimes losing everything is the beginning of truly finding yourself, perfect for A1 to A2 beginners. If you enjoy this, please subscribe, like, and comment below. What did you lose that later helped you find something better? Now let's begin. My name is David. I was 38 years old when my world collapsed. I had what most people call a good life. I worked as a regional manager for a large retail company in Chicago. I earned a solid salary. I had a beautiful wife, Emily, who was a teacher. We had two amazing children, Lily, our 10-year-old daughter who loved drawing, and Ethan, our 7-year-old son who dreamed of becoming an astronaut. We lived in a 3-bedroom house with a backyard where the kids played every evening. We had 2 cars, family vacations once a year, and dinners together almost every night. I thought I was successful. I thought I had everything under control. But I was wrong. I was working too much. I chased promotions, I stayed late at the office, I answered emails at midnight. I missed Lily's school art show. I missed Ethan's soccer games. Emily often said, "David, the children need you here. We need you." I always replied, "Just a little longer, honey. I'm doing this for us, for their future." She looked at me with tired eyes and said, "We need you now, not later." I promised I would change, but I didn't. Then the company hit hard times. Sales dropped. They started laying off people. One Friday afternoon, my boss called me into his office. He looked down at his desk. "David," he said quietly, "I'm sorry. We have to let you go. It's not personal. The company is cutting costs." I felt the room spin. "But I've been here 12 years, I said. "I'm one of your best managers." He sighed. "I know, but the decision is final. You'll get 2 months severance pay and health insurance for a while." I walked out in shock. I didn't cry, I didn't shout, I just felt numb. When I got home, Emily was cooking dinner. The children were playing in the living room. I sat at the kitchen table and told her, "They let me go." She stopped stirring the pot. She came over and hugged me. "We'll get through this," she whispered. "We always do." But her voice was shaking. Lily ran in. "Daddy, why do you look sad?" I forced a smile. "Daddy just had a hard day at work, sweetheart, but everything will be okay." She hugged my leg. "I love you, Daddy." I held her tight. I didn't want her to see my tears. The first few weeks were hard but manageable. I applied for jobs every day. I sent resumes. I went to interviews. But no one called back. The economy was bad. Companies were not hiring managers. My severance pay ran out fast. We used our savings. Then we started using credit cards. Bills piled up. Mortgage, car payments, the utilities, school fees. I looked at the numbers on the table one night and felt sick. "How will we pay this?" I whispered to Emily. She held my hand. "We'll figure it out," she said, but her eyes were full of fear. One evening, the bank sent a notice. "Your house is in foreclosure." That means they would take our home if we didn't pay. I sat on the couch and stared at the letter. Lily came over. "Daddy, what's wrong?" I pulled her onto my lap. "Nothing, baby. Daddy is just thinking." But inside, I was breaking. I felt like a failure. I was supposed to protect them, I thought. I was supposed to give them security. Now I'm losing everything. The day we lost the house was the worst. The movers came. We packed our things into boxes. Lily cried. "Why do we have to leave our house?" she asked. I knelt down. "Because Daddy made mistakes, sweetheart, but I promise we'll have a new home someday, a better one." Ethan held my hand. "I don't want to go," he said quietly. Emily looked at me with tears. "We'll be okay," she said. But I saw the doubt in her eyes. We moved into a small one-bedroom apartment. No backyard, no space for the children to play. I found a low-paying job driving a delivery truck. I drove 12 hours a day. I came home exhausted. Emily took a part-time job at a coffee shop. We barely saw each other. The children missed us. Lily stopped drawing. Ethan had nightmares. I felt guilty every day. I ruined their childhood, I thought. I ruined our family. One night, and Emily sat me down. "David," she said softly, "I love you, but I can't do this anymore. The children need stability. They need a real home. I'm taking them to stay with my parents for a while." I felt my heart shatter. "Emily, please," I begged. "Give me time. I'll find a better job. I'll fix this." She cried. "You've been saying that for months. I'm scared for the kids. I'm scared for us." I nodded slowly. "I understand," I whispered. "I'm sorry. I'm so sorry." She packed their things the next day. When they left, the apartment felt empty. I sat on the floor and cried like a child. "I lost everything," I said aloud. "My job, my home, my family, my dream." For weeks, I was lost. I drove my truck in silence. I ate alone. I slept on the couch. I didn't answer calls from friends. I thought about giving up. But one rainy afternoon, something happened. I was delivering packages to a small used bookstore. The owner, an old man named Mr. Thompson, saw me. He said, "You look like you're carrying the world on your shoulders, son." I tried to smile. "Just a bad year," I said. He looked at me kindly. "Everyone has bad years, but they don't have to be the end. Come inside. Have a coffee." I sat with him. He asked, "What happened?" I told him everything. The job loss, the house, Emily leaving with the children. He listened quietly. Then he said, "You didn't lose everything. You still have yourself, and yourself is enough to start again." I laughed bitterly. "I don't even know who I am anymore." He smiled. "Then this is the perfect time to find out." Mr. Thompson gave me a book, Man's Search for Meaning by Viktor Frankl. He said, "Read this. It helped me when I lost my wife. It will help you." I took the book home. That night, I started reading. Frankl was a man who survived concentration camps in World War II. He lost his family. He lost everything, but he found meaning in suffering. He wrote, "Everything can be taken from a man but one thing, the last of the human freedoms, to choose one's attitude in any given set of circumstances." I read those words again and again. I can choose my attitude. I thought about my children. I thought about Emily. I thought about myself. I whispered, "I choose hope. I choose to keep going." The next day, I started small. I made a list on a piece of paper. Call Emily every day to talk to the children. Apply for one better job every day. Exercise 10 minutes every morning. Read one chapter every night. Write down one thing I'm grateful for. Small things. but I did them every day. I called Emily. At first, she was cold. "David, we need space," she said. But I said, "I just want to say goodnight to the kids." She let me. Lily answered the phone. "Daddy, when are you coming home?" I swallowed tears. "Soon, sweetheart. Daddy's working hard. I love you so much." Ethan said, "I miss you, Daddy." I answered, "I miss you more. I'm trying to make things better for us." Emily listened quietly. "The children miss you," she said. "I miss you too." I applied for jobs every day. I got rejected many times, but I kept applying. One day, a small company called me for an interview. They needed someone to manage their sales team. I wore my best shirt, the one I washed carefully. I smiled. I told them my story honestly. "I lost everything," I said, "but I learned I'm stronger than I thought. I will work hard for your company." They hired me. It was not a big salary, but it was a start. I exercised every morning, just 10 minutes of push-ups and walking in place. My body felt stronger. My mind felt clearer. I read every night. Books about life, about hope, about starting over. I learned that pain can teach you. Loss can make you wiser. I wrote down one thing I was grateful for every day. At first, it was hard. I'm grateful I'm alive. I'm grateful I have my children's voices on the phone. Slowly, the list grew. And I'm grateful for my new job. I'm grateful for a warm meal. Gratitude changed me. I started smiling more. Months passed. I saved money. I rented a better apartment. I invited Emily and the children to visit. Lily ran into my arms. "Daddy!" she shouted. Ethan hugged my legs. Emily looked around. "It's small," she said. I smiled. "It's a start. I'm building something better." She looked at me. "You've changed," she said. "You seem peaceful." I nodded. "I lost everything, Emily, but I found myself. I found out who I really am. I'm not just a job or a house. I'm a father. I'm a man who keeps going." Emily and I started talking again, slowly. We went for walks with the children. We laughed again. One evening, she said, "David, I'm proud of you. You didn't give up." I held her hand. I almost did. But I remembered our children. And I remembered the promise I made to myself. I'm not perfect, but I'm trying. Years later, I have a better job. We bought a small house again. The children are happy. Emily and I are together. We still have problems. Every family does. But we face them together. Now I help other people who feel lost. I speak at community centers. I say, I lost my job, my home, my family. I slept in bathrooms. I thought my life was over. But I learned, when you lose everything, you can find yourself. Start small. Be grateful. Keep going. Your dream may seem impossible, but it's waiting for you. That was my story. I lost everything. But then I found myself. A true emotional story. Now let's review some key vocabulary from the story. I will say the word slowly, explain it, give an example, and repeat it 3 times. Repeat after me if you can. Hopeless, feeling no hope. Example, I felt hopeless when I lost my home. Repeat, hopeless, hopeless, hopeless. Perseverance, not stopping when hard. Example, I showed perseverance to find a job. Repeat, perseverance, perseverance, perseverance. Gratitude, feeling thankful. Example, gratitude changed my life. Repeat, gratitude, gratitude, gratitude. Promise, to say you will do something. Example, I made a promise to my son. Repeat, promise, promise, promise. Success, achieving what you want. Example, I found success again. Repeat, success, success, success. Determination, strong will to succeed. Example, I had strong determination. Repeat, determination, determination, determination. Recovery, getting better after something bad. Example, my recovery took time. Repeat, recovery, recovery, recovery. Rebuild, to build again. Example, I rebuilt my life. Repeat, rebuild, rebuild, rebuild. Inspire, to give hope or motivation. Example, my story inspires others. Repeat, inspire, inspire, inspire. Strength, power inside you. Example, I found strength in hard times. Repeat, strength, strength, strength. Good job. You practiced many important words today. Now let's practice some sentences from the story. I will say each sentence slowly. Repeat after me twice. I lost everything. But then I found myself. Repeat. I lost everything. But then I found myself. I lost everything. But then I found myself. We're going to be okay. I repeat, we're going to be okay. We're going to be okay. I promise to keep going. Repeat, I promise to keep going. I promise to keep going. Small steps lead to big changes. Repeat, small steps lead to big changes. Small steps lead to big changes. I believe in myself again. Repeat, I believe in myself again. I believe in myself again. Pain can teach you. Repeat, pain can teach you. Pain can teach you. Gratitude changed my heart. Repeat, gratitude changed my heart. Gratitude changed my heart. I am stronger than I thought. Repeat, I am stronger than I thought. I am stronger than I thought. Excellent. You are speaking English with feeling now. Pause the podcast now. Think about your own life. What is one thing you lost that later helped you find something better? Say it out loud. For example, I lost my job. Yes, but I learned new skills. Or, I lost a friend, but I became kinder. Say 3 sentences about your experience. This helps you practice speaking from the heart. In the comments, write one of your sentences. Share. I lost, but then I found. We will read your English and send you encouragement. Thank you so much for listening to this story on Sunny Talk English Podcast. You did an amazing job today. Remember, when you lose everything, you can find yourself. You are stronger than you know. Keep practicing English every day. Small listening sessions make big progress. You are getting better every time. See you in the next episode. Keep smiling. Keep finding yourself. Bye-bye.